would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Cardinal offense will take the field to get things underway. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Bully ball on third and short. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Irish offense comes out, first chance we've had to see them today. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. It's reverse. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Handoff from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. All down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. On the play.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Larson. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Really nice job by the defense that time, stopping the option. Everyone accounted for it. You saw the quarterback. He was holding it. He was running wider and wider out to the perimeter of the field. But this defense has really good speed. But they made that play because everybody was on the same page. Nice job.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards.
All right, you've now tried running the ball down here a couple times. It hasn't worked. What are you going to do on 4th down? Are you settling for a field goal? Or you've got to play in your back pocket to go get you 6?
And that is no good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
Well, they knew coming into this game touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Makes the catch. It's Ferguson. Still running at the 40. Sprinting away. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and goal as Stanford comes to the line. They'll try to slam it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Stanford!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's shown it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it on the outside. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Get it out on the screen. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
They're going to run it. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll run it from the gun. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Wants to go up top. Quick completion on the out route. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Wide open downfield. It's a running room. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Stanford comes up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinal.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Send the tight end in motion. To the ground with the back. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Finding open areas. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen it.
Brings into the open. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Snagged in the middle, it's Larson. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. After picking up a couple of first downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield. They're going back to the ground. Got the first down and more. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains.
Well, that's a really good-looking physical run. I'll tell you, when you think of Notre Dame football, too, you think of all the great coaches they've had, Ara Parseghian, Newt Rockne, Lou Holtz. Those guys would love what they're seeing right now. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, wearing the defense down, running the football when they know you're going to do it. This is Notre Dame football to a T. Beautiful.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wide receiver going in motion. From the shotgun, the inside give. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Thomas. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. They try to pop a run on the draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Absolutely perfect. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. After that last completion, it's second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Stanford could choose to go for it all here on 2nd and inches. He'll keep it himself. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Cardinal come to the line, needing a few inches to move the sticks. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Stanford lines up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Now on the return. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game. They had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
It's a draw. There he goes. Got enough for the first. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
To the air on 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. A strike downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Gonna run it. It's Gomez. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, that's not a good sign for this offensive line.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. And it'll be down right there.
Yeah, just playing the field position game. Nice job angling it toward the sideline so it doesn't go into the end zone. That thing rolls down inside the 10. Really nice punt. Yes, I said something positive about punt.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Right down the middle. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Thomas. Knocked down at the 22. That's a first down, and they can still stop the clock. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Chucked it away just as he was hit. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Makes the grab. It's Larson. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Rushes on him. Quickly out to the tight end. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Vaughn. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Looking downfield very late in the half. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Stanford set to boot it deep to start this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Here's the handoff. Spins away from the defense. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game.
Turning it on. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. He's at the tip, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Irish.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They got the touchdown, but now they want the 2 to tie this baby up. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Looking for the end zone and the tie. Instead, he finds a sack, and the defense rises up, and the offense can't tie the game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll ride the hot hand, finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
They'll send the back in motion. Now he's looking to throw it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Leaves it with the running back. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Rides the back and leaves it. Breaks the tackle. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Snagged out of the air. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Wants to throw on third down. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down. This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. They've really controlled the ball on this drive, and the penalty gives them another 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Catch in the middle. It's Harris. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He wants to throw it. Wide out trying to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They just keep firing. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. West Virginia is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Old Dominion. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. That's caught. It's Larson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. After not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Larson. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Notre Dame now facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Takes it on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Going right to work up top. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He did not make it a stolen to boot it away. He's getting plenty of work. Fourth time we've seen this guy punt it today. Hauls it in, looking for space. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Final play of the quarter coming. The lone back's got it. Going to move. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. We've reached a break, and it is Stanford holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders.
He'll off one deep down the left side. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Rides to the back.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. He fires one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And deja vu again. I'm not surprised, man. They found this guy for several touchdowns today, and they were looking for him again. He's made plays. He's dependable. Why would you not take shots? That one just missed, but I would not be shocked if they find that guy again.
Makes the grab past the marker. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
On the ground, it's Gomez. What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Harris. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, he'll throw it. He's got it and still on his feet. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Touchdown, Gardner! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. That score pushes this out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
On first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They're looking to throw on second and short. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on third and short. Trying play action. Caught in the backfield. It's Vaughn. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
This is going to be tough sledding for this quarterback now. You're trailing. You're in the second half. Defense knows you've got to throw it. You're going to have to sit in the pocket under duress and start making throws in tight windows. It's not an easy situation by any stretch, but big-time players make big plays in big games.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. They'll try to pop the draw. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Cardinal will have to come up with a huge play to keep this drive going on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And this field goal attempt might just seal the deal by making it a 3-score game late. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. West Virginia has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 19 to Old Dominion. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quickly to the tight end. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Dumps it to the back. And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
Heat up them pass rushers, bringing them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. It's a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
On the run, it's Gomez. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And that might be the end edge of his range, but he had just enough. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them.